Hello and welcome to another TV exclusive video on Wednesday, December 23, 2 days before Christmas. Hope you guys are having a happy holidays. And today I'm going to be doing one last, YouTube exclusive video before we head into the holidays. And because the NBA season started yesterday, by the time you guys are watching this, I'm recording this the morning of the start of the NBA season. We're going to be looking at 10 storylines that will define the 2020-2021 NBA season. We're going to go through all of them. You're just going to see me react to them. And yeah, it's going to be lots of fun. So yeah, if you're here on the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe. That would be very much appreciated. And if you like more videos of these, just leave down in the comment section what type of videos you want to watch. And yeah, just if you're coming over to my channel, remember to check out all the podcast episodes from the last couple of days. And just if you want to stick around for some great NBA content throughout the season, remember to like, share, and subscribe. That would be highly appreciated. But yeah, we got out the way. Let's get into this article. I haven't read it, so you're going to see my genuine reactions and just my genuine thoughts on this. So, Zach Buckley is a goat for this because a lot of our videos are based around his articles. So, yeah, I'll definitely leave the link to the article in my description. So let's get right into this. It's going to be a really fun NBA season. The schedule has changed. The readings have changed. Yeah, let's see. In an unpredictable environment, let's see the types of storylines. Solo splash. Full power Steph Curry is nothing short of a basketball magician, especially without Klay Thompson. Yep, this is going to be something that a lot of people are going to be looking at throughout the year, especially if Curry puts up MVP type numbers once again. I mean, yeah, he is a one-man army at this point, And if everything, like, with Curry repurposed as a one-man army, the Golden State Warriors have almost assertively lost their shot at championship contention this season. It's not like they're playing the season, though. They still have Draymond, Wiggins, Oubre, and Wiseman. But, yeah, it feels like they're not in the championship contention. And if you've seen my power rankings yesterday, I do not have them nearly as high as I would have liked to, because that Klay Thompson injury changed everything for this team. But seeing Steph Curry at its full powers again, hopefully barring injury, because we want to see him on the court, and also he's on my fantasy team. But I just want to see Curry do well and stay on the court, man. I just really do. I mean, he's already a two-time MVP winner. I mean, he's a one-man army. Imagine him like averaging over 30 points a game, 8 assists. Oh man, this is just gonna be such a fun season just watching Curry do his thing. Golden State has a personnel to be solid on or better on defense, but a Curry comeback can get this team up to the top, like some of the top offenses. And you can't doubt Curry. You honestly cannot doubt Curry. Like, come on now, he's that good of a player. Brand new questions, brand new Sixers, same old question. Yeah, I mean, if this is like what I think it's about, it's basically going to talk about how the 76ers have reworked their roster to work around Embiid and Simmons, but are they going to have the same results? And yeah, the more things change, the more safer the same. A team that wouldn't shock the world by winning a title being bounced in the opening round or anything in between. Yeah, like, I mean, they're going to make the playoffs, but if they win a championship, I mean, yeah, they have the talent. They have Embiid and Simmons. If they don't make it past the first round, what are we gonna say? Oh, this happens every year. They always fail to achieve or what they hope to achieve. And that's the thing about this team. Like, they're just so unpredictable. But they have the new coaching staff. They have Daryl Morey being the new kind of mastermind of all this. But can they coexist? I mean, I think a lot of people forget, or do we still realize that Simmons and Embiid together are actually good, but can they win a championship? That is the question. It's basically just two generational superstars, but their styles just don't really mesh. But I think they can work it out. I always have this underlying belief that these two can work it out at some point. And now with all these shooters around them, I think this is probably their best chance. So yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting storyline to look out for, especially because if the things don't work out, I would be surprised especially if these guys go second round or lower, like if they get kicked out of the second round or even first round. I'd be surprised if next season we see both of these guys together. I really will be. Next one, the Clippers ticking clock. Yeah, I mean, time seems endless, but yeah, they need to make things work. Especially, I mean, at least Paul George signed a contract, which is good, 5 years, however long, however much it is. But Kawhi still hasn't signed a contract, and the Clippers, even though they got eliminated the second round last year, they have just as much expectations this year. Just because they have Kawhi Leonard, who we all hold to a high regard. I mean, he is just one of those players where you actually have to just has that superstar pressure on him to succeed every single year. And yeah, I mean, you just have to. I mean, you see like how good LeBron James and Anthony Davis did in their first year, compared to what Kawhi and Paul George did that year. It's night and day. It really is just night and day. And this is probably like a make or break campaign, which is a good way of putting it. Leonard could reach free agency after the season. Yeah, we talked about that. George at least is committed to for a 4-year contract. And I think they have a better, up and down roster, which is good. But there's still pressure. There's a lot of pressure you have to put on this team. And now you said, oh, the coach is a problem? You got a new coach. And now they have a reworked the roster. And after a year of disappointment, they should have enough chemistry. Chemistry should not be an issue anymore. But it's all up to that leadership. And we can't just keep blaming Paul George. We have to look at Kawhi Leonard as well in these situations. So, yeah, this is very much a make or break season for the Clippers. Plan B for the Giannis streamers. I mean, Giannis did finally got that 5 years, $228 million supermax stay with the Bucks. But yeah, what's next for these Heat and Raptors and maybe even the Dallas Mavericks? I would like to throw in this mix because I think the Giannis was Plan A, but what is Plan B? With the Raptors, you could tell that they actually are using their cap space now that they have for next year. I mean, they just signed OG to a 4-year, $72 million deal, if I remember correctly. But yeah, what are they gonna do next? Because I think Giannis was kind of like their Plan A, but now what's gonna happen? What's their Plan C, B, C, or D? Especially because some of the free agents are already gone. Anthony Davis 5-year deal. You have Giannis staying on a 5-year deal. And Paul George as well. People don't want to mention him there, but he's still a superstar, like a star player, and he's just off the market as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see what my Toronto Raptors do, what the Miami Heat do after this, because I still think there's still quite a number of free agents as well. But at this moment, it seems like it's kind of unclear what they're gonna do next year. So that's definitely gonna be something that we're gonna have to watch throughout the season, because maybe you'll see rumors like, oh, this guy is interested in the Raptors or the Heat, because both teams are both very, very well-run franchises, and I think they're gonna make some sort of noise, whether it's by trade or by signing. Who gets Harden? I want to speak on this. So this is actually perfect because I'm not having a podcast or anything, so this is a great time to talk about Harden. I want to just see where he goes. I really do, because he's pissed off right now at his team as well. Apparently, he's had some altercations with some of the young guys in Rockets practice, and it feels like it's just inevitable. It really is. But where's he going to go? Like I talked about in my last podcast. Brooklyn, I don't like that idea. Philadelphia, I don't like that idea. Miami, I never really liked that idea, but Miami already pulled themselves out of the talks. But now the Toronto Raptors are in the mix. I saw reports yesterday and stuff, and that kind of worries me, because what we're going to have to give up is just on cap alone. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I mean, like, this is just gonna keep on lingering until he's finally out of Houston. This feels like the Jimmy Butler situation. We're like, okay, we know what trade's inevitable. When is it happening? And that's what's happening with James Harden. And he's not doing himself any favors by acting out the way he has been, whether it's through like going to the club or whether it's him like having altercations with his teammates. So it's looking pretty hard for the Rockets to get a trade off. It's also like hurting Harden's image, going for more gold. I mean, I've talked about this. I mean, they feel like they're just like head and shoulders above the rest. LeBron and Anthony Davis are just phenomenal. They really are. And then freaking the offseason, they signed Schroeder, they signed Harrell, they signed Gasol, they signed Wesley Matthews, and even someone like Taylor Horton Tucker, who I barely mentioned. Like Like if you check my Instagram post, I had like my all preseason team, and he was in there. He played massive. I mean, he had a 33-point game mixed in there. He could like actually like take a jump into the rotation this year, which is crazy. NBA.com just compiled a 19th annual general manager survey, and the Lakers 80%, 81% chances of winning the championship. Oh my gosh, they're good, man. They're just really good. The Kevin and Kyrie show. Yep, that's gonna be something you're gonna have to watch out for. Most of the fact if they could stay healthy, because if they could stay healthy, you never know what's like how high these like lengths can go for this team. Because Kevin Durant at his best, probably the best player in the league. Some people say he's the best player. He's probably number 2 in my opinion. And then Kyrie's the top 3-point guard at his best. So yeah, that's something we're definitely gonna watch out for. And mostly because we haven't seen Kevin Durant in a season, so it's just great to have him back. And then Kyrie was kind of in and out of the lineup last year, so having this duo together with a really deep roster, mind you, having Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, all those players, it's going to be very, very interesting, especially if they make the move for James Harden. If they make the move for James Harden, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's freaking 3 superstars. Like, how bad could it really, really go? So yeah, that's something you're going to have to watch out for. Championship or bust Bucks. There you go. I mean, same thing with the Clippers. I mean, they disappointed the last few. I mean, with the Clippers, it was just last year. But with the Bucks, it's been the last 2 years. They should have beat Toronto. I'm not afraid to say it. They should have beat Toronto in 2019. No, sorry, yeah. 2019? Yeah, 2019. And they should have done a lot better in the playoffs this year. So, I mean, they re-signed Giannis, but they paid a heavy premium to get Drew Holiday. And they have a good roster. I mean, even though they re-signed Giannis, it doesn't mean that they can't not stop going for the championship. And for me, a successful season here, at the very least, is be in a very competitive conference finals loss. It has to be competitive, and by that I mean really close games, either in 6 or 7 games, nothing less. That is, if it's underneath that, that's a disappointing season once again. It really is. So even though Giannis did sign that Supermax, the Bucks management needs to keep the foot on the gas pedal and actually continue to find ways to get this team even better. The standings jumpers. Oh yeah, this is going to be a nice little storyline here, because how good are the Phoenix Suns? I wonder if they have the Atlanta Hawks here too. Yeah, they have the Atlanta Hawks, the Charlotte Hornets with LaMelo, how the Portland Trailblazers are going to do with the additions of Covington, Derrick Jones, Enes Kanter, and Harry Giles. It's just going to be interesting to see like how the standings really do like pan out, because if you remember my Eastern Conference predictions, like I don't have the Hawks making the top 8 seeds, but who knows? I wouldn't be surprised at all if they made it. And with the Portland Trailblazers, I think this is a team that's going to surprise a lot of people this year. So it's going to be a lot of question marks, and this is a type of good question marks, like, because Chris Paul adding to the Phoenix Suns, we assumed they're a playoff team, but the West is so freaking deep, you just never know. So yeah, that's something to definitely look out for. But yeah, just the standings jumpers. Yeah, that's something you should just definitely be going towards. And the final headline we should look towards is, and the award goes to. It feels like this every year. It's the MVP award race. Last year it was like Giannis versus LeBron. The year before, James Harden or Giannis. But I think there's like a lot of good choices here this year. Giannis will obviously still be in the mix. If Harden plays, his numbers will speak for itself. LeBron, if he plays enough games, could always keep himself in the mix. And then there's people like Luka, like Steph Curry, like Damian Lillard, Anthony Davis, Kawhi. Oh my God, there's just so many options, and this award is a lot about narrative. Like, if you see like Steph Curry averaging like over 30 points a game, 8 assists, and the Warriors are still like a top 4 seed, I wouldn't be surprised if he won it. If Damian Lillard skyrockets the Portland Trailblazers to a top 3 seed, wouldn't be surprised. Same thing with Jokic. If the Nuggets are number 1 seed and he's averaging 20, 10, and 8, maybe he has a chance as well. Like, there's just so many different storylines you could see just happening, or narratives, to be more specific, happening. And I think this is gonna be a really exciting NBA season. Like, you can't forget about people like Giannis, Harden, LeBron, who are always going to be in the mix. But there's going to be some very interesting guys like a Damian Lillard. Maybe Anthony Davis could finally take over LeBron's spot. Who knows? Kawhi Leonard if he plays enough games. There's just so many options. I think this is going to be an awesome MVP race. And I know I have Luka as my winner, but that really just depends on how much the Dallas Mavericks are going to surprise teams. But yeah, that's going to be really, really, it's a really good race this year in my opinion. And I'll definitely, and if it continues to go like this, lots of question marks to who the MVP might be. It's gonna be a common topic on my show throughout the year, so definitely look out for that. And that's the end of the article. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and to check out all my other podcasts if you've missed out on them. If you don't like watching podcasts, remember to check out all the podcast networks that can be found in the link tree in my description if you want to go after those. And remember to follow me at TV on Basketball on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. But yeah, this is where we're going today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be back on Friday with a Christmas episode. So yeah, just continue having an awesome holiday. And I'll talk to you guys on Friday. So yeah, that's where we're going to end it. Thank you guys for watching or listening. And now TV signing out. Take it easy, guys.